Hello, friends. So, continuing with the last topic in nutrition and health, and that is drug food interaction. Now, last time we have seen nutraceuticals, isn't it? We know about the food supplements also. So, now drug food interaction we are going to see, isn't it? So many drugs, so many nutraceuticals or whatever the supplements are there, they are taken, isn't it? So there are chances of interaction, isn't it, in the body. First we will try to understand what is the meaning of interaction, isn't it? Now, interaction happens when nutrient affects the active material in a medicine, so the medicine cannot work the way it should, isn't it? So, interaction is there, and due to the interaction, what will happen? Ki whatever the medicine is there, its absorption will not take place, isn't it? And whatever the desired effect is there, that is not achieved, isn't it? Or when drug affects nutrient metabolism, isn't it? So both the things can happen. Okay, in drug food interaction, the either the medicine gets affected or whatever the nutrient is there, that will not get metabolized properly, isn't it? Now, a food drug interaction occurs in body, isn't it, when one of its component interferes with the way a drug is used, isn't it? So the so many medicines nowadays are taken. They may be prescription medicines or over the counter medicines, isn't it? They are useful and they are taken to treat some diseases, acute or chronic diseases, isn't it? Now, the aim of taking medicines is to live healthy life, isn't it, to prevent diseases, isn't it? But what happened that they are to be taken very cautiously. Care is taken, isn't it? Because food and nutrients, isn't it, they may interact with each other. Interaction with medicines is possible. Okay, so that may occur in the body, and whatever that desired effect is there, so the chances of interaction are there. Okay, now the types of interactions, isn't it? One is drug nutrient interaction, effect on nutritional status. Other is food drug interaction, effect on efficiency of medication, isn't it? This is just for your information ki these are the main important types of interaction which can result in our body, isn't it? So certain foods may delay or decrease absorption of the drug, isn't it? And that is why while taking medicines we have to take carefully, isn't it? And some food articles are to be avoided with some foods also. Now, drug nutrient interaction. So medications, both the prescription medicines, that means which are prescribed by the doctors, or the medicines which are taken just by pharmacist advice by going on the medical shop, so they are called over the counter medicines, isn't it? OTC medicines. So they can affect how the body uses nutrients, isn't it? For individual taking medication for long time, drug nutrient interactions may lead to vitamin or mineral deficiencies. So nutritional deficiencies we have seen, isn't it? So for that, one of the reason may be the interaction also. Drug nutrient interactions may give rise to vitamin or mineral deficiencies also. Now, the effect of food on drug interaction, isn't it? Food affects the rate and extent of absorption of drugs from GI tract. Now, most of the medicines are to be taken along with food also. But what type of food we are eating, isn't it? So, food article can alter and can affect the rate of absorption and the percentage of extra absorption also of drugs from gastrointestinal tract. For example, many antibiotics should be given at least 1 hour before or 2 hours after meals to achieve optimal absorption, isn't it? So that also is one of the, you can say, reason that immediately when it is taken after the food, so it can also affect the absorption of drugs. The type of food may be important with regard to absorption of concurrently administered drugs. So as I said earlier, what type of food we are eating, the food article also can affect the absorption rate of most of the drugs. For example, dietary items such as milk and other dairy products that can contain calcium may decrease, isn't it? And also, we must remember that the dairy items and antibiotics must not be combined, isn't it? Now, some medicines should be taken on empty stomach, isn't it? Most of the medicines, they are beneficial only when they are taken empty stomach, isn't it? Then absorption of tetracycline and fluoroquinolone derivatives is also, you can say, affected, and diet also may influence urinary pH values. Now here some of the interactions we must know, and the examples are also very important, and these examples, some of the important one, you must remember exam point of view. And appetite suppressants, isn't it? So the drugs which suppress appetite and which suppress hunger, for example amphetamines. So these medicines that directly affect food intake by depressing appetite, isn't it? So the several cancers like chemotherapy medications, isn't it, may cause nausea, vomiting, sore throat and dry mouth, isn't it? Then aluminium hydroxide contains in some antacids can bind to phosphorus in food, isn't it? This can prevent phosphorus from being absorbed and used by the bones, causing muscle weakness, and severe cases can cause osteomalacia and severe pain on walking. Medications can slow down nutrient production also. For example, vitamin K is produced by bacteria in intestines, isn't it? Antibiotics kill harmful bacteria, but they can also kill helpful bacteria which is responsible for vitamin K production, isn't it? So intestinal flora that we have discussed already, that also gets disturbed when we are taking any antibiotic treatment, isn't it? So antibiotics, they destroy whatever the harmful microorganisms are there, but on the same time they disturb the intestinal flora also, which is having important role in our body. Then medications can interfere with the body ability to metabolize nutrients, isn't it? So the birth control pills can lower level of vitamin B6 and folate in the body. So most of the females who are taking birth control pills, isn't it, that we have already discussed in demography and family planning, isn't it? So these type of medicines, they affect the level of vitamin B6, that is pyridoxine, and folic acid in the body of the females, isn't it? So this is how the drug nutrient interaction is taking place. This is one of the best example of drug nutrient interaction. Then medications can increase loss of nutrients also, like for example diuretics remove excess water from the body. We know the definition of diuretics, we have discussed in pharmacognosy, the drugs which increase rate, flow and formation of urine, isn't it? So the role of diuretics in the body is to remove excess water from the body. So some diuretics may also increase loss of potassium along with fluids, which is a you can say drug nutrient interaction. So whatever the potassium element is there, that is also eliminated from the body, isn't it? Potassium is very important in proper functioning of heart and other muscles. Then drug food interactions we will see. So drug food interactions we will see now, like garlic when combined with diabetes medication could cause dangerous decrease in blood sugar level, isn't it? So when the person who is suffering from diabetes, if anti-diabetic drugs are taken and if garlic is present in our food, isn't it? So it decreases blood sugar level. Then some garlic sensitive individuals may experience heartburn and flatulence, that is the gas trouble. Garlic also has anti-clotting properties, and this is one of the interaction with anticoagulant drugs also, isn't it? Then orange juice must not be consumed with antacids containing aluminium, isn't it? So most of the antacid preparations are there which are taken by the persons who are suffering from hyperchlorhydria, isn't it? And mostly aluminium is present in antacid preparations. So orange juice can interact with the aluminium, isn't it? The juice increases absorption of aluminium and leads to severe constipation, isn't it? So antacids also have a drawback side effect of developing constipation. Then milk contains elements like magnesium and calcium which chelate antibiotics like tetracycline and hence decrease its absorption and effect, isn't it? So milk contains most of the important minerals also. We know calcium is present and magnesium is present. Now when antibiotics are taken like tetracycline, so chelation takes place and this decreases its absorption and effect of antibiotic. Then grapefruit juice, it inhibits the enzyme CYP3A for increasing level of antidepressants, benzodiazepines, verapamil, isn't it? So these are some of the categories of drugs which are taken by the patient, and this juice can interact with this various drugs. Vitamin K rich food reduces effectiveness of anticoagulants such as warfarin, increasing risk of clotting, isn't it? So food and drug interactions are very common, and accordingly we have to take whatever the food articles are there very cautiously when we are on a particular medication. Fibers which are present in oatmeal and other cereals when consumed in large amount can interfere with absorption of digoxin. So the persons who are on cardiotonic agents, cardiovascular diseases, isn't it? So their absorption may get affected when fiber rich diet is taken, isn't it, as we have seen in this example. Then alcoholic beverages, isn't it? That also tend to increase depressive effect of medications such as benzodiazepines, antihistamines, antidepressants, antipsychotics, muscle relaxants, and narcotics, isn't it? So, alcohol also has got interaction with most of the classes of drugs which are taken by individuals, isn't it? Now, disulfiram like reaction with metronidazole increase metabolism of warfarin and phenytoin, isn't it? Then, smoking also increases activity of drug metabolizing enzymes in the liver. So, there are chances that the metabolism, that is, the conversion of the drug in the body after disintegration, conversion from one form to another form, that is metabolism, that becomes faster if the person has got habit of smoking, isn't it? And if it will get immediately metabolized, so it will not reach whatever the blood levels are there, and the desired effect will not be produced by the drug, isn't it? Same, diazepam, theophylline, olanzapine are metabolized rapidly and their effect decreases. So if rate of metabolism increases, this will also decrease the effect of the drug. So in this we have seen that so many important interactions are there which are taking place in between food and drug and food, isn't it? Drug and nutrient. So some medicines we must take cautiously, and they cannot be taken with certain type of food material, isn't it? So the reaction that can change the effect of medicine, isn't it? It also can create or increase side effect, isn't it? So accordingly we must manage and alter the food articles and medicines that are taken, isn't it? I hope you are finding this lecture beneficial. So these are some of the important interactions that we have discussed, and with this the major topic of nutrition and health is over. So go through this slide, and if you are not able to understand, listen it twice or thrice and complete your notes, isn't it? While listening this video, so you can pause this in between and complete your notes, isn't it, of this topic in your register. Thank you.